Hello everyone, welcome to the Masterclass channel. In this lecture, we will learn to discuss about block diagram representation of LTI system. So, block diagram representation. LTI system with rational system function it can be represented as constant coefficient difference equation. Okay, so any difference equation for continuous time you have to write down, discrete time you have to get difference equation. For continuous time can be represented in terms of constant coefficient of differential equation. This is the difference of continuous time LTI system block diagram representation and discrete time LTI system for block diagram representation. Okay, so there we have constant coefficient of discrete differential equation, but discrete time we have constant coefficient of difference equation. Okay, it means difference means x of n minus 1, x of n minus 2, y of n minus 1, y of n minus 2. These are all difference equation. Differential means differential term d of x of t divided by dt, d square x of t divided by dt square. These are all differential equation. Okay, right. As I said in previous videos also, for continuous time, Laplace transform is applicable. For discrete time, Z transform is applicable. Okay, so these are the basic building blocks which is used for to construct the any block diagram for LTS system. Okay, first thing is added blocks. So these are the added blocks. This one is constant multiplier blocks. This one is delay element blocks. Okay, so added blocks are summer blocks. So you have to add this circle, put the circle, inside the circle you put addition symbol or summation symbol. Right. Now, in this block, added block, it receives the two signals, x1 and x2. Okay. So now this blocks which helps you to add these two signals. Okay. It means x1 of n plus x2 of n. So second blocks. So second block is constant multiplier terms. Okay. Here you put multiplier symbol, arrow mark. This arrowhead represents multiplier. So here I put a. A is a constant multiplier here. Okay. Now apply the input signal to this multiplier. X of n is applied to your multiplier term. Now you can get the output is y of n. Okay. Y of n which is equal to a into x of n, constant multiplier term. Okay. So next box. So next block is delay element blocks. Okay. Z inverse. So put the square bracket inside you have put Z inverse. So now you are applying the input signal is x of n applied to this Z inverse block. Now your output becomes delayed your input sequence. That is x of n becomes x of n minus 1. If you put here 2, it means x of n minus 2. If I put 3, it becomes x of n minus 3. It means if I put 1, it means 1 times delay. That is what we call as unit delay elements. But in the block diagram representation for LTI system, we use only the unit delay element, not 2 unit delay, 3 unit delay or 4 unit delay. Okay, only you have to use unit delay alone, that is Z inverse alone. Okay, so the implementation of difference equations, it requires the delayed values. First one is input, then output, then some intermediate result. So these three are very, very important. The required delayed elements, it implies the need for storage. Okay, if we use the delay elements, definitely our system, it needs some storage elements. Okay, if the system having storage memory, then only your output is dependent upon your cost value. Okay, so dynamic system. So we also need means of addition as well as multiplication. So these are the basic condition for to construct the block diagram for LTI system. I'll give some example here. Look at the example and maximize. Yeah, very good. Take the pen option. Right? So block diagram representation of difference equation. So this is your question. Y of n equal to a1 into y of n minus 1 plus a2 into y of n minus 2 plus b naught into x of n. This is your one of the difference equation, isn't it? So this equation we call it as difference equation. Difference, ENCE, okay, end with the ENCE. So now we are going to construct the block diagram for the given difference equation. Okay, look at this expression. So without using any definition or any formula, so straight away construct the block diagram. So I'll give you the simple, easy method for you. Okay, just listen this video. You can get the clear idea about how to construct the block diagram representation for any LTE system. Okay, so now listen. Y of n is your output. So first you have to identify which one is output and which one is input. Okay, now this one is output. Y of n is output. X of n is your input. X of n is input. Okay, what about y of n and y of n minus 2, y of n minus 2? These two are delayed output sequence. The delayed output. Okay, delayed output, that is fast output. Delayed output is nothing but fast output. Okay, so now first you draw the single line here. Okay, I draw one single line here. So likewise you draw one line. So the first corner here you have to take the input signal, that is x of n. So their last end you consider y of n. So now this is your actual input, this is your actual output. X of n, y of n is your actual input and actual output. Okay, so first you keep your hand here. This is an output portion. Okay, now you just observe your difference equation. So what are the signals it receives here? How many signals are received here? So 1, 2, 3. 3 signals will be received here. Okay, so we need 2 added blocks. Isn't it? 1, 2. So 2 added blocks are required. Then how many delay elements are required? 2 delay elements are required because here n minus 1, here n minus 2. So 2 delay elements are required. Right, I put here 2 delay elements. Okay, actually this is for discrete time system, no? So that's the first step. Second step is you're just applying the Z transform for this equation. You're applying the Z transform for this equation. Now it will become, when you apply the Z transform, okay, now it become, see, y of n become y of z, okay, which is equal to a1 into y of n minus 1. When I take the Z transform of y of n minus 1, it becomes Z inverse, okay, our Z transform is with respect to y, so now it becomes y of z, y of z, capital Y of z. Next, plus a2, okay, now you apply the Z transform for y of n minus 2, so now it becomes 2 times delay, so now it becomes z power minus 2. So with respect to y, so I put here y of z. Suppose with respect to x means you put x of z also. Okay, next, plus b naught into, constant is here b naught, so I put here b naught. Okay, z transform x of n become x of z. Z transform of x of n becomes of z. Okay, and you will apply the Z transform, you can get this equation. You see, so now this x of n becomes x of it. You may put it out like this also. Use one more sketch pen and you put capital letter x of z, and you put here capital letter y of z. Okay, I draw one single straight line now. So one portion I consider as x of z and another portion I consider as y of z. Okay, now you find out the delay elements. So delay elements here it consists of 2 delay elements, z inverse and z power minus 2. So 2 delay elements are required, right? So and one more thing is important you kindly note it down, where your delay limit will comes. Okay, so your delay limit is comes along with your output signal, not your input portion. It comes along with your delay element, comes along with your output signal, that is z inverse y of z, z power minus 2 y of z. Okay, so in this portion where your output side, right hand side, extreme case. Okay, so take pick up node here, you just put or add one delay limit here, z inverse. Then one more delay limits, because it consists of two delay limits. No, highest order is here too, so one more delay limits, because here no need to put z power minus 2, because in this block diagram you add only unit delay alone, not 2 unit delay, 3 unit delay. Okay, whatever the order is given, depend upon the order you added the delay limit. Suppose if you have 3 order means difference equation means you put 3 unit delay limit, 4 order means you put 4 unit delay elements. Okay, so here second order equation, this one is second order equation, so I put 2 delay element but 2 unit delay element, so z inverse cascade with z power minus 2 minus 1. Okay, now I added this, put these two blocks here, right? First signal, so now first this y of z, it receives the signal is a into a1 into z inverse y of z. Okay, so now the output of this delay element become, here the input is y of n is applying to this delay element. Okay, once it process this system, it become y of n minus 1 or y of z inverse into y of z, or z inverse into y of z. Okay, so second, this y of n minus n is applied to another one delay element. Now it become y of n minus 1 become y of n minus 2 or z power minus 2 comes along with y of z. Okay, now arbitrary constant. So now this a is multiplied with your output elements. So here take pick up node output of this one. Okay, you will draw line like this. Okay, put arrow head. Okay, this arrow is nothing but constant multiplier. So here the multiplier term is a1. Okay, so I put here a1. So next multiplier output of this one, here you have a2, so I put here a2. Now I add one adder block here, because this adder block which helps you for to add these two elements. Okay, now combination of these two is added to one more input. Okay, so that is b naught. So where the b naught will come, b naught is comes along with x of n. So I put here arrow head is b naught. So now you check the connection whether it is rightly connected or not. You just keep it your hand here. Okay, just observe what are the signals coming reached at this point. Okay, first it receives the signal is b naught x of n. Okay, first signal will be coming. Next plus, so this is the plus symbol now. So okay, plus a1 into z inverse y of z, that means a1 into y of n minus 2. Yeah, y of n minus 1, second signal also coming here. Then third portion a2, so a2 into y of n minus 2. Yeah, third signals also reached here. So this is where you have to construct the building block diagram. Okay, now I hope you understood about this, how to construct this building block diagram. Okay, so we can record 3 blocks. One is adder blocks, another is multiplier blocks, and another is delay limit blocks. Okay, you just draw one single line. Okay, one portion is considered as x of n, and another portion is considered as y of n. Okay, and then you have to find out where our delay limits are comes along with. Okay, with respect to y means you take down at the output side, output portion. With respect to x means you take down the left hand side. Okay, so here we have with respect to y, so I take the pick up node at the output portion. So I added delay limit here. Okay, then based upon the adder blocks, based upon the addition operation, you take the choose the adder element, then construct the diagram very easily. Okay, for constant multiplier you add the arrowhead. Okay, so here our delay limit is present at the right hand portion, so from right to left you put the arrowhead. Okay, suppose your delay limit is present at left hand side, you put left to right as a arrowhead. Okay, this is a way you have to show your direction of your constant multiplier. Okay, so next slide. This is the direct form 1 representation, because in block diagram representation for discrete time LTI system, here we have the 4 different types. One is direct form 1 and another one is direct form 2, cascade and parallel. So in this video, we are going to discuss about direct form 1. Okay, upcoming video I will post remaining realization structure. Okay, now we are going to realize your system function by using direct form 1 method. Okay, so in direct form 1, here input signal is k equal to 0 to n, a k y of n minus k. Okay, this is your output sequence, which is equivalent to bk into x of n minus k. So this is the direct form of your equation, system function. So general form of difference equation is, it can be represented as y of n minus your output, past output, which is equal to present input. Okay, so this is the general form of difference equation for your direct form 1. It means h of z, which is equal to, okay, h of z, which is equal to bk x of n minus k divided by 1 minus summation distance. Okay, see alternate equivalent form here. This is the corresponding block diagram. So direct form 1 and direct form 2. So x of n, draw one single straight line. Okay, so this portion it represents h1 of z. Okay, h2 of z. Right, when I added both systems subtransfer function, you can get the direct form 1 method. So easy way. First you consider the construct for numerator term. Okay, then denominator term. Then you add the 2 blocks, you can get the original direct form 1 structure. Right? So if you have any doubt, just go for the next slide. See, this is your system transfer function. Okay, system transfer function h of z equal to summation bk z power minus k divided by 1 minus summation ak z power minus k. Okay, while you expand the summation, the numerator term, it become b naught. What do you get? First numerator term. So you can get b naught z power 0. So anything power 0, 1. Okay, b naught plus and k equal to 0. So b1 z power minus 1. Next plus b2 z power minus 2 plus etc. up to bm z power minus m. bm z power minus m. Okay, so whole divided by 1 minus, okay, here k equal to 1. So now it become a1 z power minus 1 plus a2 z power minus 2 plus up to an z power minus n. Okay, now while expand the summation, you can get like this: b naught plus, because it became 1, no? So b naught plus b1 z inverse plus b2 z power minus 2 plus bm divided by 1 minus a1 z inverse plus a2 z power minus 2 plus an z power minus n. So numerator term, denominator term. So numerator term we call it as zeros of the system. So denominator we call it as poles of the system. Okay, so this one is h1 of z and 1 divided by this one is h2 of z. Right? So you look at this equation. So our given transfer function is split up into 2 subtransfer function, that is h1 and h2. So h1 is nothing but your numerator of the system. So numerator of the system is summation k equal to 0 to m bk z power minus k. You write down this one. h2 is remaining portion. So when you take this one, remaining is 1 by denominator. So 1 by 1 minus summation k equal to 1 to n ak z power minus 2 k. Okay, so this is how you have to split up your transfer function for direct form 1 structure. Okay, so h of z equal to h2 of z into h1 of z, 2 subtransfer function. Okay, h1 is nothing but your numerator term, h2 is remaining term, that is your 1 divided by denominator term. Okay, now direct form 1 representation. So v of z, which is equal to multiply with the first h1 of z is multiply with your input signal x of z. Okay, so this term along with multiply with x of z. Similarly for y of z output is matter with h2 of z is matter with v of z. So it means now this portion you assign some dummy output variable for your first system. Okay, so I have to add some dummy output for this value. Okay, add those output, that is v of z is multiply with your second input. Okay, second system, right? So now v of n equal to bk x of n minus k. This is numerator portion. So y of n, which is equal to ak y of n minus k plus v of n. Okay. So alternate representation, this is the cascade form of LTS system. No need to worry. So I'll conclude this topic. So block diagram, now show the block diagram. So here x of n, here y of n. Okay, h1 of z and h2 of z. So look at this expression. So here h1 of z is what? 1 by h1 of z is summation vk z power minus k no b dot z inverse plus b1 z power minus 1. So previous side, you look at this side. So b1, left hand side you have to write down here. So b1, the first it will receive the signal is b naught, then b1, b2 up to bm along with bm. Then here right hand side denominator portion will be drawn at the right hand side. So the overhead will come at right to left, but here left to right. See numerator portion, that is bk. See this diagram. Okay, your numerator portion is b naught z into z inverse. Okay, so numerator portion is, that is zeros of the system is considered as left hand side of your block diagram. Numerator side is drawn as left hand side of your block diagram. Denominator is considered as right hand side of your block diagram. So this is h2 of z, this one is h1 of z. Now the output of both systems are connected together. You can get the direct from one structure. It means both the output is here v of n only. Okay, so no, sorry, for first system output is v of n. For second system, this v of n became input to this second system. Okay, so this is what direct from one realization structure, right? So next upcoming video we have to see about the other three form of structure, direct from two, cascade, parallel. Then along with we have to discuss about the some properties also. So thank you for watching this video. Subscribe my channel. Okay, daily you can get the new upcoming video. Thank you.